I mean, I guess I would call this a guide. I wouldn't, I don't want to, because I don't personally think I'm good enough or I know enough to call it a guide and to claim, like, oh, I'm so good that I can tell you guys how to play. I have reached Grandmaster 3, which uh, isn't that big of a deal, I guess. Like, I thought it was, but I mean, everywhere I look, apparently everybody's Grandmaster 3, even though it said it was in like the top 2% of the population. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm a Lord, Cloak and Dagger player. Not by much. I mean, 11,000, that's not a lot of points. I've got like what? Let me check. 43 hours, I think. Yeah, 43.7 hours on Cloak and Dagger. 20,000 healing, like average 10 minutes. That's pretty good. 70,000 the best. I mean, that's not amazing, but still. So I guess I know a little bit, but I've played Overwatch since it came out. Uh, I've always been good at Overwatch. I stopped playing because I hated. Let me pause this. I stopped playing because I hated the way ranked was, because the matchmaking in Overwatch just sucks. So I stopped at, I think, Plat. What was I, Plat 3 or 4 in Overwatch? Although if I tried like I tried in this, I feel like I could definitely get higher. But this one, I got higher. I think this season my goal will be Celestial or Eternity. But I guess Celestial is the new Grandmaster, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I guess just like trying to go as simple with this. Like I said, because I played Overwatch, I was already good at this game when I started. Like the first day I started, I was already getting amazing heals, MVP, like stuff like that. So there's not much I can necessarily say that, because to me everything I do is normal and none of it is like big game stuff that's gonna change everything. But I guess like if I had to say stuff, your auto, if people are like grouped up, like your team and enemies are grouped up, hit the enemies first. Don't hit the don't hit your allies, because the healing, like the AoE healing on the dagger, will do more healing than the direct impact. So if you hit the enemies, you'll heal your entire team, and you'll still be doing damage to the enemies. Now, it's not a ton of damage, but it's still better than nothing. So you can also bounce these off walls. I assume most people know that, but well, I guess it says a bouncing. Well, then I guess everybody knows that. But they also home. Uh, Again, everybody knows that one. So yeah, the only thing I can say for this is uh, hit enemies. Like whenever people are grouped up, the AoE for this is not a big gap. So it was not like a big area. So if there's clumping up, hit enemies. If not, just hit your allies. Uh, I'll save Dagger Storm for like last of Dagger's abilities. Veil of Light Force. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's a good ability. I don't know what the cooldown is. The range is pretty far. Just learn the range of it and learn the timing. Like that's something I realize people do whenever playing Dagger. And I mean, I messed up too when I was first playing it. One, positioning, and two, timing. For positioning, if you position right, you can hit your entire team with it, which not only will help keep them alive, but it'll also help your other healers and you do more healing, which is always just better. And two, timing. If you use this at the wrong time, you could end the game for your team, because this can be used as a saving grace. Like if your team is getting damaged a whole bunch inside of a Mantis Soul, and you use it, Mantis will increase your healing and then bring your team back to full health. So that's really like positioning and timing. That's about it for this one. Dagger Storm. This is one of the best abilities in the entire game, in my opinion. The healing it gives is incredible. The 12-second cooldown is crazy. Maybe it's 13. 12 or 13-second cooldown is incredible. the distance you can shoot it from is amazing. This ability has helped me 1v5 or 1v6 so many times. Because if you time this ability right, you can save the game. But if you do it wrong, you can also end the game. So it also does like depend on if your tank and DPS are smart. Like I know when I was playing through Gold and Plat, climbing up to Grandmaster, they didn't stand in it. They would sit there, get afraid, and run out, and then they die, and you're like, "Oh, I put my Dagger Storm down." They're not gonna listen, so you just have to account for that and like put it further back. But if you can time this right, and in very like dire situations, use this with it, your team won't die. Like they literally will not die. So this ability just absolutely incredible. Save this for when you need it, and it will save your team's life. Cloak, there's not much to say about Cloak. His auto, straightforward. Terror Cape. I mean, this damages enemies, makes it so I think they receive 20% more damage, and it makes them blind. Even if you hit 1 or 2 people, this is still a good ability to use. Like something I'll do is the reload time for Dagger, I hate it. I hate whenever I'm sitting there and I need to reload and I can't save my team. So what I'll do is I'll swing my daggers until I need to reload, and then because the switching time between them increased or decreased, I'll wait till I need to reload. I'll switch to Cloak. I'll throw my Terror Cape at somebody, and then I'll switch back to Dagger. Because switching completely reloads your daggers. Like, it reloads them completely. And honestly, I feel like the time is roughly the same. Again, especially now because the switching is lower. And it's just better than sitting there and reloading being useless. So this ability is a good ability. It's really good whenever you're using your ult. Dark Teleportation. This would be a good ability if like shooting and using abilities didn't take you out of the invulnerability. So what this will do is this will make your teammates move faster and it'll make them completely invulnerable to everything. But if they shoot or use ability, it immediately takes them out of it, which sucks because if you're trying to save them from like a Magneto ult and you've got a Punisher that shoots up at him, he's going to be taken out of it and he's going to die. But if you time it to like the last second, you can save your entire team from stuff. I've done that. I've saved my entire team from Magneto ult, from a Hela ult several times. So this one is an okay ability. I use this one mostly for like escaping. Your ult, this is one of the best ults in the entire game. I know I've said like in the entire game a bunch, but this ult can save you from Punisher ult, from Doctor Strange, from Hela, from I don't know, what are some other really big ults? Spider-Man, Iron Fist. I can't say Wanda because for like Magneto and Wanda, whenever the damage is all done at once, it can't save you because this thing doesn't increase health. It just heals you. And it heals so much. And with this one, the strategy, at least in my opinion, is if my team is shoving up, I'll use it like kind of like in a Z, and I'll use it up, over, and then over, or like if it's around a payload, I'll do like a triangle so that my team can push up and get healed. But on the final one, I'll just dash straight back into the enemy's backline, and I'll start attacking their supports. Because if you stand in this and you're Cloak, they can't kill you. And then if they start to, you can right click, you can switch to Dagger, throw down your Dagger Storm, and you're alive for much longer. Like that, it's just such a good ult. You just need to know when to use it. And I believe like it's got the lowest amount of like charge required out of all the supports. So you get it back quicker. That's about it. I mean, Cloak and Dagger can also be played very aggressive. Well, they're meant to be played aggressively. Like, I've fought and 1v1'd a Hela before, a Punisher before, because even a Spider-Man, because if you hit them, what I'll do is I'll hit them with It really depends on like how I'm feeling. But I'll attack them with either Cloak or Dagger. And then whenever I start to get low, I'll switch to Dagger if I'm not already hurt. Throw down my Dagger Storm, and then I'll switch to Cloak. And I'll start attacking. Because now I'm being healed and I'm dealing a ton of damage. Or if I'm going against an Iron Fist, I'll throw Dagger Storm down and I'll stay as Dagger, so that I can get like double healing. And then after that, if like I have lost, or they escape, or I need to leave, then I switch to Cloak. I use the Dark Teleportation, and I get out of there. I mean, like, it's very difficult to kill a Cloak if it's a good Cloak. Now, if you have like games like me, like this one, 3 deaths, 5, 6, 2, 2, 6, 3, 7, you shouldn't be getting more than 5 deaths. And the only reason, like this one, 11. The only reason I got 11 is because I just didn't have any protection. These two were constantly in the back attacking me, and there's only so much countering I can do. That's really like, just play aggressive, not too aggressive, but play aggressive. Make sure to hit enemies and heal your team like that. Save your Dagger Storm for when you need to use it, and know your ult will save you in 99% of situations you're in. That's about all I can say. Do that, and you'll most likely be able to get up to Diamond, maybe even, or you'll be able to get up to Plat, maybe even Diamond. That's, yeah.